There's something huge happening, but it's happening quietly, deep inside the software that runs pretty much every major business on the planet. We're talking about a complete reinvention of the digital core of a modern company. These things called enterprise resource planning systems. And trust me, it's changing absolutely everything about how businesses work.
So think about an ERP like the central nervous system for a company, right? It connects finance, HR, manufacturing, the whole supply chain, everything. For decades, its main job was just to write down what already happened. But what if that system could do more, a lot more? What if it could help you see the future and make smarter choices, like right now? That's the really powerful idea that's driving this whole transformation.
So yeah, let's dive right into this ERP reinvention. These systems, we call them ERPs for short, have always been the heavy lifters of the business world. But that workhorse is evolving into something way more intelligent, and it is happening incredibly fast. And let's be super clear here. We're not talking about some minor software update or a little tweak. This is a fundamental reinvention. It's a total transformation from the ground up, changing what these systems are and, more importantly, what they can now do for a business.
Okay, so at the very core of this reinvention is this massive shift in what these things even are. These platforms are going from being just a simple system of record to becoming a dynamic system of intelligence. And believe me, the difference between those two is everything, as you're about to see.
So on one side, you've got the old model, the ERP as this meticulous bookkeeper. Its job was to automate stuff and reliably store data, basically creating a system of record that was always looking backwards. But on the other side, you have the future, which is really happening right now. The ERP as a system of intelligence, a strategic partner that gives you real-time insights to actually fuel your growth. That is a massive, massive leap in capability. So you gotta ask, why is this happening now? What forces are pushing this evolution forward at such a crazy pace? Well, let's break it down.
First, you just have to look at the world we're all operating in. Business today is more complex, more volatile, and the pressure to perform is higher than it's ever been. In this kind of environment, just looking at old data isn't going to cut it anymore. Simply automating the old way of doing things is not enough to survive, let alone win.
So behind this big shift are three really powerful tech forces, and they're all working together. First, the move to the cloud. That gives you the massive scale you need to handle huge amounts of data from everywhere. Second, leaders now expect real-time answers. They don't want last quarter's report. And finally, the real game changer. AI is finally coming of age. AI can now sift through that ocean of data and find patterns no human ever could. We're talking about things like predicting a supply chain disruption before it even happens. It's incredible. And the key word here is convergence. None of these drivers are working alone. It's the combination of all three: the epic scale of the cloud, the urgent demand for insight, and the sheer power of AI that's creating this unstoppable, transformative wave in business. Okay, so what does all this tech actually mean for a business? What's the real-world impact? If an ERP is no longer just a bookkeeping tool, what is it now? Well, it's becoming the new, intelligent heartbeat of the entire business. And here's what that looks like in practice. This is the key takeaway, right here. ERP platforms are moving out of the back office and onto the front lines of strategy. They aren't just supporting the business as a sidekick anymore. They are now totally central to how it functions. They're becoming the very heart of the organization. This new intelligent core is directly shaping the three most fundamental things about any company. It changes how they operate with way smarter automation. It transforms how they decide by putting data-driven insights right at their fingertips. And ultimately, it redefines how they grow by helping them spot opportunities and dodge risks faster than ever before. And all of this, it leads to a final, pretty profound question. As these software systems become true systems of intelligence, what does that mean for us? What's the new role for human intelligence? When the software can handle the data and the insights, what's our unique contribution? And that, right there, is the next great challenge and probably the greatest opportunity in this whole story of reinvention.